So again, the people, and the other thing is, being an intersex trans man, I'm fetishized a lot. And yet you're a fetish, but a lot of times when you are seen as a fetish, you are also seen as a taboo. You're seen as, the forbidden fruit. So people fetishize you, sexualize you. They want to have sex with you. They want to use you to live out their fantasies of their fetish, of you being intersex, of you being trans. But they're not willing to take you out of the sex, fantasy, fetish department. And that's what I have had to realize. Is like, yeah, there are men who like me, but they like me solely based on me being intersex and trans, not me as an individual, as an actual living person. And you really it sucks, because you're thinking, there's been times where I'm thinking, oh, he really likes me. And in reality, no, he just wants to have sex. And you're a fetish. Because somebody that really likes you is going to be more invested in getting to know you as a person, and not just everything revolving around sex. And again, my experience is not unique. There are many other people who are having the same exact experiences and having the same realizations. Like, oh. And then when people are making those posts, well, date people that like you. I agree. Date people that like you, but in the same time, in the same breath, how are you supposed to know when somebody likes you when you're constantly being fetishized and sexualized? Somebody who finds you physically attractive and sexually appealing doesn't necessarily like you. And a lot of times I've read that as, oh, he likes me. When no, you're just somebody that they can pounce on. That's what that is. And you know what I'm saying? So then I feel like over the past 5 years, I've been on this celibacy shit because, or not shit, but I've been on this celibacy stuff because it's like, I have to gain control over my own sexuality and over my own sexual agency. Because oftentimes, the only reason why men are talking to me is to fuck. So for me to have power and control, I have decided for myself to disengage from sex because it doesn't serve me. As much as I like sex, and you know what I'm saying? It do feel good when it's right. When it's right. Them rare moments when it's right, baby. It be feeling amazing. Don't get me wrong. But if that's the only reason you're going to be engaging with me, I have to have more power and control over how I put myself in these situations, because it's also about accountability. I told myself, like, bro, this is me talking to me. Because again, a lot of these videos don't even get posted. These are video journals. Talk therapy really works. At least for me. It really works for me. But I be telling myself, bro, you gotta stop. For one, you complaining about not meeting quality people, but then look at where you're going to meet people. You're going on social media apps, dating apps, hookup apps, and arguably I have yet to meet somebody on an app that is actually promising. And then the person that I did meet that was promising we just ended up being really good friends. We had a few dates, little hookup sessions, but then they decided to go and date somebody else, and they've been with them ever since. Which, when I say this, I'm not saying this to be biphobic, or any of or panphobic or any of that, because I don't mind dating bi people, sexual, bi men, bi masculine folks, pansexual men, pansexual masculine folks. I don't have a problem with that. And at the same time, this situation is kind of one of the reasons why I can understand why people have a hesitancy around dating bisexual folks, pansexual folks, because it's like, you don't know if that person is going to really want to be with you, or if they're going to change their mind and now they want to be with a woman. Now they want, and that's just being real. You don't know. But at the same time, you don't know that if the person is gay or if the person is straight. People change their minds every single day, multiple times a day. You know what I'm saying? And you got to respect people's choices. You got to respect people's agency. You got to respect people's preferences. And then too, you got to be comfortable. You got to be comfortable with rejection. I say this all the time. Bow, 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 bow. You know me. I be taking my sweet little time rolling up. My mom be like, it be taking you forever to roll up. And I'm like, no, I like to have a decent blunt. That's why. I don't want my stuff uneven and falling out, and